The universal language, the language of the soul. It's very important to remember that we all have souls. We're not the only physical body that we often identify with, but also the soul dwelling inside. As long as that soul remains there, we have life. You might be misdiagnosed with a medical condition when none is present. However, your soul is always there. And just like any plant, flower, or tree, it is recycling. You may see a tree or seed die and believe it is dead. You open up the earth and see what is planted is rotten, yet it comes to life and grows again. The same thing happens with human beings and animals. I'm not talking about the physical body, but the soul when it has completed its journey through one of the stages of its life. It goes around, recycles, and comes back into a new baby. The baby that is born at a certain time. There's a continuation. Children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren are a continuation. They are part of our own seed. It is exactly like a fruit or vegetable and flower seeds we plant. They grow. We also have seeds which are passed down from generation to generation throughout time. Therefore, we in fact planting, growing, and nurturing those new human beings that are part of us. They are clones of their parents. That is a continuation of life, with the addition of the soul, of course. Interestingly, when it comes to love, emotions, and communication, it is really the souls talking to each other. Therefore, everyone should speak the language of the soul. Give everyone a hug. You do not have to be in love with them, but it is important to you that you like them. Give a hug to everyone you must meet. Hug your family and all the time. Hug a tree when you see it. You will draw down energy from it. That is part of the language of the soul. The other part of the language of the soul is breathing. Those who breathe together, bond together, and stay together. In fact, in many languages, including Hebrew, Aramaic, and Arabic, the word for soul is the same as the word for breath. Our souls communicate and speak to other souls. Kissing is a direct interaction of two souls together, uniting them and making them one. That is why it is said that a man and a woman become one. Let's move on to the 13-petal lily. 13-petal lily uncovers a very powerful energy force that we are oblivious of. Letters and numbers have their own internal force or power. In Hebrew, numerically also known as gematria, the number 13 is actually the equivalent of echad, which is wahad in Arabic, or one in English. One is everything that we have. Next to number 13 is the lily. And if we want to come to the total of 26, which is Hashem, Yahweh, that is 13 plus 13, which is 26. So what is so significant about the 13-petal lily? The whole world, the universe, created himself and the divine, and everything on this planet is one. All nature, everything is one. All human beings are one, because we're all part of the same thing. Absolutely everything in this universe is made up of cells. So we are all linked together as one, and no one is better than anyone else. There is no doubt that we do not at all have the same potential, and we are diverse individuals. However, we share the sameness in that difference. The similarities can be seen throughout our bodies. Humans have an anatomical and biological similarities with animals too. However, humans possess a highly developed brain, not seen in other animals. With this being said, we are all one. Therefore, if we manage to put our differences aside and communicate with people in nature, we can stand together shoulder to shoulder. Consequently, we breathe together, bond together, and stay together. This also is a powerful force. It links family and friends, builds up organizations and communities, and all countries of the same flag get excited about it because it represents us everyone as equal. A king or president or prime minister represents the totality of the nation they serve. And again, everything comes back to one. We must all bear that in mind, that in actual fact, Hashem is one. Now I want to describe how important this is, because you take one which means 13, and one which is all of us together, that's 26. Because Hashem is on a much higher level. But it's also interesting that the word echad also adds up to 13. We should all have to remember that ahava adds up also to 13. Ahava is love. So we combine with Hashem's love that he is unconditional towards everybody, and that's obvious. We don't always understand it, but that makes us the ambassadors of love. So all of this combination together comes to 26, which is the full name of God. And that means we are part of Hashem. We're almost holograms of Hashem, that's the best way to put it, because we're all made in the image of Hashem. Every human being on this planet is made in the image of Hashem. And that must be borne in mind by all of us, because everyone on this planet are descendants from Adam and Abraham. And we should remember it was only Isaac who was the first Jew. But it doesn't say that the nations of the world, it says with Abraham that the nations of the world will grow from you. And we all have his seed, and that grows throughout the generations. So it applies to all of mankind. So we are the ambassadors of love. We have to spread that around to everyone. And that's how we are combined with Hashem, all as one. I will be what I will be. I am what I am. That's the inner meaning of Yahweh or Yud-Keh Vav-Keh. And that's how we have to express it. That's how we think it. And that's how we live it.